I wish This is why I said we need a better set.
This is a problem a lot of AI films have. One pretty shot is easy, but a believable story takes more than consistent characters. If the environment keeps glitching between shots, the stories start to break. OpenArt just dropped an exclusive feature, World Studio. You can now put in a prompt or an image, and it builds a full 3D world you can actually walk through from any angle. So your characters can finally live and breathe inside a believable and consistent world, which really helps sell the story. Instead of stitching the whole workflow together across multiple tools, you can now do it all in one place inside OpenArt. Let's test it out. So from OpenArt's homepage, we can see there's a new world button here. And let's start with creating a new 3D world. When we're in the Create World panel, you'll see that we can upload images here, and also we can type in text prompt here. And under here we have World Preset. If you click any of this, you will see the example of how it was built with the image that it used and also the text prompt. So you have a reference of what kind of things to put there. Let's first start with creating with an image. And you'll see that we can upload images for up to 4 images. I uploaded the image of this castle. The top is cropped. I think it will be able to reimagine what's up there. But if you want to control what happened here, you should have the image that include the top as well. So I'll create with just one. And here on the right, if you don't know what to write, you can also click prompt from image for the AI to read the image and create a text prompt for you. We'll just use this prompt. And of course, if you want more control, you can type in your own idea. And under here, you'll see there's a preview Paranova and create world directly. So for preview Paranova, you'll get a Paranova view of the world that looks like they're connected together, but it's not a fully developed 3D world yet. I would normally want to do this first, just so that we have more control before we commit to the 500 credits. Let's do this. And let's also just use the text prompt without the images to see what we can get from it. So here's my prompt: an enchanted sky library above the clouds with towering bookshelves, spiral stairs, floating balconies, glowing roofs, lush plants woven into the architecture, elegant cat statues, celestial cat art, feline carvings, magical botanical details, warm dream light, cinematic fantasy realism, connected world for exploration. Maybe this is not necessary. There's a lot of details in there, and we will preview as well. When you generate the Paranova view, you will get a world draft and also a Paranova image like this. Let's take a look at the world draft. From the world draft, you get to explore 336 degrees and preview what could happen inside this 3D world. But because we haven't actually created the world, so we cannot explore the world as much. And you see it fill in the top for me. And from here, we can actually just edit the area. For example, let's brush this part. To highlight this tower roof, let's say pastel pink tower roof. And we'll just edit this part. So now the rooftop in this area is pink. This is pretty useful when you want to edit just part of your 3D view like this. And you'll see that on the right side, the new version is under here. So if we want to further create this into a 3D world, we can just hit create 3D world in here.
Do you enjoy hanging out with me in my castle? Subscribe and maybe we'll spend a little more time here together. And the monkeys, don't worry, the staff are handling it.
This is the library from the text prompt that we created. A sky library with the books and a lot of the cat statues as I specified. I think it's probably a better idea to create the image first and not just use the text prompt by itself. You get more control in terms of the image model that you use to create this. And I have a feeling that you can probably get better image quality instead of just using pure text prompt. The world draft it created earlier will actually turn into the world. And you see now the world is rendered better than before. And the rooftop here is pink like we wanted. If you click this button upright, we'll see a control panel like this to guide us how to navigate around the world. Basically, it is like playing in a video game, so you can just use WASD or the arrow keys to move things around. We can also move up or down, and we'll see that this 3D world is actually more navigable than the Paranova view we see from before. If we want to return to the original point, we can just hit 0 and we'll go back to our original viewpoint. Also on up right here is the world information. You'll see the image you put in. Also the prompt that it expanded for you. On the left, you'll see more of other assets that is related to this world, like panel images we use and the prompt image we use here. And you can see that probably a lot of details are not completely rendered, like these artifacts. So it's not perfect. but it actually wouldn't affect too much of this workflow because from here, for example, we like this angle and we want to take a shot of this. It will actually recreate the details here, so it wouldn't look like this in the final output. From here, if we want to just recreate this image, we'll just take shot, but we can also add in our character. For example, let's add in this princess that I created, and we can further describe the image. Let's say Princess Lila is walking with her dog in the castle with the bouquet in her hand. Also, we can choose the aspect ratio here.
Auto Enhance lets you enhance the shot to the crisp, high resolution image so you can have more polished details than what you see on screen.
I would definitely want to auto enhance the shot since I think this part needs some cleanup. And here we can just take shot for 60 credits and it will start generating. Here's the image we get. Right now, I think it's not completely perfect because I was imagining this angle from the reference. Seems like the perspective is placed under here. I wonder if it's because of the camera focal point that I choose would make a difference. But I do like the fact that you can just easily input your character there. And also the artifacts are fixed on the grass. I'll take another shot from this angle. And also we can add more than one character in there. So I'll try putting 2 characters in there too. So let's try putting 2 characters as well. This one is closer to the angle that we specify. And here we have 2 characters in the image just like that.
Shall we celebrate this beautiful evening?
Yes, let us dance!
Also, to have more control, you can upload more than one image. You can get multiple different images connected in the same environment. So here we have 3 images, the castle and also alleyway with another castle on the left and also a fountain. If we have more than one image, we cannot really input any text prompt. So we'll just have to hit create world. So here we see the castle. Here's the fountain, and also the winding road that we have with another castle. They're pretty logically connected together. I also created this one with the castle and the fountain. Somehow I create another layer underneath, and then when you turn around, here's the fountain. This is probably a cleaner environment. With the same method, you get to tell the stories that happens inside the same environment. So we can create a more coherent and consistent worldview in our story. After you have this image, we can use frame to video with a start frame, and sometimes you can create an end frame, maybe from a different angle, and you can bring your character to life from turning the still image into a video. So that's World Studio. If your story actually needs a world to live in, and not just one pretty frame, this is definitely a pretty good step forward. It gives you another way to build consistent environments and tell a stronger story with more control. Drop a comment below. I want to know what you actually built with this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.